First up is Australia's best show, WRX, Sean's Have the Flu.
Sean's WRX was on the cover way back in issue 16, but he's totally rebuilt the car into the showstopper that you're just about to see. Do you know his car is the first car to be on the cover of Hot Fours and Ignition twice? And he did it all in less than 12 months.
It's a pretty big feat. Then we check out a car from the US of A.
That's right, we teamed up with the guys from D Sport magazine, and while we're over in the US, we featured their mental GTR project car.
I heard you got to have a ride in it. What was it like?
1,000 horsepower at the wheels, and a sequential box makes this thing an animal on the street.
Every once in a while, a car storms onto the show scene and sets a new trend. It raises the bar and shatters all notions that show cars have a formula. And then less than a year later, does it all over again. The booster shot's back.
Hey, I'm Sean. I'm back with Have the Flu. Well, I really pretty much started just to do a new boot install. I went over to see the boys at X Customs. It kind of just went from there, like if I needed to do my boot and it was a bit more new trim, and then Chad asked me if I wanted to paint it. Everything's been redone.
Sean's Have the Flu WRX is one of very few cars to grace the cover of Hot Fours twice, and the first to do it in less than 12 months. It's also the first car to grace the cover of Ignition twice. Certainly an achievement in itself.
One of my goals was to get on front cover of Ignition again. A lot of people say it couldn't have been done just because it's the same car, but it's a totally different car altogether again. And then just to be on front cover of Hot Fours as well, twice in 1 year.
Sean didn't just give the car a makeover, he gave it a whole new style. The shaved body kit and suicide doors didn't need to change, but the boys at Exquisite mixed up a two-tone pastel paint job, a popular paint style used in the American hot rod scene. Some custom graphics were then applied to hide the join. Look closely and you can see the brushed aluminium effect and the blue candy. It certainly is trick. The scheme carries through to the massive AP Racing brake calipers, the 6-piston calipers and 362mm rotors up front, and 4-piston calipers and 310mm rotors at the rear are V8 supercar items, custom made to fit. With the majority of the inspiration for the car coming from the hot rod culture, 19-inch billet wheels were the only way to roll. They fill up the guards thanks to the airbag suspension system. Check out where the tanks are.
With pastel, it wasn't really my idea at the start. It was more Eamon's from Exquisite Customs. He kept it in my head because I was going the old hot rod theme. A lot of people come up to me and say it's just a bit different than you see in a lot of high-tech cars these days.
The interior takes custom to a whole new level. Not many people go to the trouble of making a custom dash in a late model car, but Sean did it and fitted it with a host of autometer gauges. The whole interior was then hand double stitched with one of the most intricate retrims we've ever seen. Nothing escaped the Exquisite Customs trimmer's hands. When your car's a poster boy for the show scene, all departments have to be represented by the best gear in all categories. Alpine are one of the best around, so every component of the integrated ICE install is a quality Alpine product. From the subs to the amps and components, all controlled by a top-of-the-line Alpine model media station. There are also plenty of flush-mounted LCD monitors in the doors and sun visors. And check out the subwoofer and nitrous bottle fiberglass enclosure running through the center of the cabin. There was never any doubt that either incarnation of Sean's car was cover material, but this time around, it's the sheer extravagance that is sure to see this Rexy take home more major amounts of silverware. During the rebuild, the bare shell was put onto the rotisserie so the undercarriage could be detailed as heavily as the rest of the car. No stone unturned. It's been fully smoothed with all holes welded and it's been fully detailed. Downlights for ground effects and even inner guards have been colour coordinated to the wild exterior.
Just recently won King of Auto Salon in Brisbane. It was really tight competition between me and the Osmonds.
To be king, your car has to represent what judges believe is the complete package. But Sean didn't want a complete package. He wanted the ultimate package. So he took his car to ESP, the builders of the world's most powerful street WRX, Diablo.
I went the big engine in this car because last time I built it, everyone's like all show, no go. So I wanted to prove that you can make a car all show and heaps of go. So the boys at ESP Racing really helped me out there and looked after me well.
The measly 2-litre Boxer was ditched for a fully built and detailed 2.5-litre. A dual fuel rail setup was installed with bigger injectors, and braided lines were used for everything. Looking for the wiring? Don't worry, it's been hidden inside the guards, which were filled and smoothed and lead to a Haltech E8 computer. The kick is provided by a Garrett GT 3582R turbo, which is surprisingly still internally gated. The Tomei headers and 3-inch exhaust system have been heat-wrapped to help with power and protect the surrounding paintwork. It's also proof that this WRX certainly gets some boost through it. £32 to be precise, and coupled with some giggle gas, Have de Flue has seen as much as 500 kilowatts at the wheels. I'll say it again, 500 kilowatts at the wheels.
The future of the car, take to the end of these auto salons to the end of the year, and then I just want to take to Summernats, and then after that probably just cruise it around.
With all his goals being achieved and having plenty of fun along the way, Sean has built a truly unique showstopper that's a breath of fresh air in the Australian show car scene. It's an instant classic.